Alright, what I'm doing is I'm putting together my core support for my 1966 Chevelle, and I've already mounted the header panel on it, and I'm getting ready to put the radiator and the fan shroud on it. Now when I got this car, it didn't have a fan shroud. There was no fan shroud whatsoever, and I had to purchase a brand new one. The radiator that was in here was rotted and leaking, so I had to buy a brand new radiator to replace the old rotted radiator. And what I did is I went ahead and got on eBay and I purchased the radiator and the fan shroud on eBay. Now we're going to check these parts out. I'm sure they're made in China, but the deal is the price is like 1/3 the cost of anywhere else that you buy this type of a radiator and fan shroud. And another thing is, on top of that, is that it's free shipping. Now I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. I'm an avid eBayer. I sell stuff, I buy stuff, and I believe that eBay is the place to go. So we're going to go ahead and check out this made in China 3-core aluminum radiator that's made for this particular car, and then we'll check out the fan shroud and see if all that bolts on, and I'll give you my opinion of what I think about buying your auto parts on eBay.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
So if you look right there, there's 3 big boxes. Now I'll go ahead and tell you, I did buy the gas tank as well. This is our gas tank that we purchased on eBay, and I will say that this was free shipping. And this is specifically made for a 1966 Chevelle, and you can see right here, made in Taiwan. That's normally where all that stuff's made. The thing about this versus the other guys on the internet, they aren't going to give you free shipping. This box was free shipping. I didn't have to pay nothing. It was $147, I believe, for the radiator. That particular radiator right there, which I couldn't find on eBay, because this radiator goes to a 1971 Chevelle that has a vapor canister, and there's 4 vents on this gas tank. We couldn't find one on eBay. There was no way out of it. We had to buy it. Of course, that's $300 or $400 radiator system. I'm sorry, I keep saying radiator. This is a gas tank, people. Scratch the radiator part. We had to buy this gas tank on another site, and they charged us for shipping. Now, of course, this gas tank came with all the fittings and specialty stuff that we need, but the shipping on this was $100. So we had to pay $100 to have this shipped, and of course they were complaining because of the neck and the way it was boxed and all this other stuff. So by purchasing on eBay, 95% of all the stuff you buy, including big giant box stuff, is free shipping. In this box here, we have a fan shroud. I purchased that on eBay. We're going to see if it works. And the first thing we're going to look at is our radiator. So this is supposed to be a direct fit radiator that goes directly into my vehicle, which is a 1966 Chevelle. And we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what we got. So here's our radiator right here. Let's get a better look at it and see what we got as we're unboxing it. Okay, once again, I want to be careful unwrapping this just in case it's not the right radiator that goes on my vehicle. We want to be able to pack it exactly how it was inside the vehicle. Now it does look like it has the proper mounts on it, but I'm actually curious to see if it'll even work on our car. because I know I did order it for a 1966 Chevelle. The welds on it, what can I say about those? They're a little bit sloppy. They're not really super high tech like it would be right here in America, maybe. Is it a show quality radiator? I can't really say that it is. It does look like the openings are the right openings, and this is made for a automatic transmission, which we will not be using these. We are actually going to use an external transmission cooler. I see that this is in the right spot, but this is what's curious right here, is that this is in the middle. So let's go ahead and see if everything lines up on the radiator itself, and then we'll go from there. Now, another thing I want to point out is that these tabs right here are for our fan shroud. So I'm going to bring the radiator over here, and if I look at it, it looks like all the mounting holes do line up. Hold on a minute. Okay, that looks good there and there. So far, so good. So everything seems to be lining up perfect, like it should be. The only problem that I see with it, and that's not the right hole, let's go ahead and go down one. There we go. Okay, so this is a universal radiator. It fits many different models, so when you hook it up, you want to make sure that you use the right mounting holes on the radiator itself on the side. Okay, so far it looks like everything's lining up, but I do have one issue right here, and it looks like this one, there we go, okay. It was just not lined up properly. So I'm going to go ahead and put a bolt in it. And like I said, it looks like it lines up really good. And it looks like everything lines up good. Now, once again, this is a 3-core radiator. I don't know what was in it originally. Being an L30 engine, I'm sure it was a 3-core. Might have even been a 4-core, I don't know. I don't think it was a 4-core, it didn't look like it. Alright, we do have the radiator mounted onto the core support, and you can see it lined up really nice. And here's what I was telling you, it's a universal radiator for many General Motors vehicles. So you got to line up the proper holes that fit your core support. But now what the deal is this is where our radiator fan shroud bolts to. And I see that we are missing, they do not come with the speed nuts, which are the little clip-on nuts that clip in like that right there. You can see that one. So they do not come with them, so I'm going to have to supply those myself. But before I get them, let's go ahead and look at the fan shroud. But as we're talking about it, this radiator actually looks really nice. It fits really well. These are in the proper places, lined up properly. We got the small one on the top, big one on the bottom. And it's a nice aluminum radiator that will probably work out really well. Okay, so here's our fan shroud that we purchased on eBay. I don't know where that's made. I'm pretty sure it's probably made in China, along with the radiator itself. But we're going to go ahead and open this up and check it out. And when I got this car, it did not have a fan shroud on it. It was pretty much obsolete on the vehicle. There was no fan shroud. So it either busted throughout the years or something happened to it. And we'll go ahead and get this out. So when you get your eBay fan shroud, it's kind of curious how this goes on, but I think I just figured it out. And if we look right here, there's a notch right here and a big notch here. So this is an automatic transmission. Like I was telling you, we got a notch here and a notch here. So that actually lines up. All right, that actually would go just like that. And then this would go something like this. But what's stopping us is this. Do you see what's going on here? There's not a notch there. So we're going to go ahead and have to modify that, or we can put it upside down, and then if we do that, this will clear. But the problem we have is, will the fan fit in here if we put it on this way? If I put it on that way, everything lines up pretty close, just like that, and we can bolt everything on. And if we look right there, you can see this lines up with our top hose. So that's the way it goes, just like that. So what I got here, I got a bolt, a nut, a lock washer, I got two 5/16 washer, and I got a 3/8 washer. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the top, and then I'm gonna take my 3/8 washer and my 5/16 washer, I'm gonna stack them on each other. And then of course we got the lock washer, and we're going to put these on, and then we will put our nut on top of that. Okay, we got the fan shroud installed, our aftermarket eBay fan shroud, I might say, onto our aftermarket made in China eBay 3-core radiator that costs 140 bucks. And it all came out really nice. Now remember the slots I showed you. This is why the slots are there, so you can line it up. See how it kind of moves around on us? That's so you can line your fan up in the hole properly before tightening down your nuts. So there you go right there. Another eBay find, another eBay buy that you can't pass up. If you're looking for parts for your hot rods, for your cars, for anything that you need, I would check out eBay first, because this is a win-win situation all the way, right there. So if we come outside, you can see I've got the core support installed temporarily, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. And if you look right there, you can see that baby fits beautiful. It's an awesome fit. Everything fits great. It's centered. The fan shroud's going to line up when we get the engine in it. Once again, you can adjust this right here. You can see where it adjusts. Loosen the bolts up, move it up and down to get it all centered, and it looks great. Do I care if it's made in China? No, I don't, because I got free shipping, and that's what counts when it comes to doing this kind of work right here. Now, one thing that I might do is I might put some foam in between my radiator. Do you see how it's touching right here? And this section here. So I might put a piece of foam right here where it's touching, because I really don't want it to rub into the tank. So I'm going to see if they make a rubber piece, or I'll get some type of rubber to protect that. And I noticed that when I put that in, that it was touching. So I don't really think it's going to cause any issues or any problems, but we just want to be on the safe side. And then if we come back here, here's our eBay gas tank. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick. I already have that installed, and you can see it fits perfect. Everything lines up. It all accurately, precisely fits. All the fuel lines lined up perfect, and our eBay gas tank is installed with no issues whatsoever. You can see that the fuel spout comes right out exactly in the center where it's supposed to be, and it's a done deal. So I'm actually in the middle of painting our Corvette parts, and let's go ahead and look at those real quick. You can see right there we got our hood, all our bolt-on parts getting painted. So I got to get back to work and finish that and get it done today. So if you're looking for aftermarket parts that you need to buy for your vehicle, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to check out eBay. 99% of everything you buy on eBay is going to be free shipping. And that right there, just getting that free shipping is what really makes the whole deal worth getting on eBay and buying parts. Speaking of parts, let's go ahead and look at this one here. I got this one already all hooked up, and see what that looks like. So previously, several months ago, I did a video on this radiator, which we purchased on eBay, and you can see everything bolts in great. It's a good opportunity to really study and to nurture the situation of thinking about getting your stuff on eBay. Am I advertising for eBay? Yes, I am. And the reason I am is because of free shipping. That's the most important thing when it comes to building and restoring these cars. The shipping cost is outrageous, outrageous. I don't know if you actually looked at the hood on my car, my Chevelle that I'm building, but I just want to let you know that I got to fix that hood because I can't afford to buy a hood for $300 and then pay another $350 for shipping. I can't afford $650 for a hood. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I'm gonna keep searching on eBay, and if I come across a hood that's gonna fit on my car and it's free shipping, you're damn right, I'm getting it. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, telling you, do it right, do it right, do it right, do it right, because if you're not doing it right, you're not doing it at all.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.